to meet two ladies that I really look up to, and they are the brains behind the brand Morphe, LCA, Loin and Ashes. I'm so excited to find out more about them. I hope you are too.
How are you? Good, and you?
I'm Maboneng. I'm Mo.
I'm Ariza.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Anissa.
I'm Mo. Nice to meet you.
So basically we have two brands. So it's Morphe, which I do, and Loin and Ashes that Anissa does.
Alright.
And this side is Morphe, and as you can see, between both of our brands, we love color and print.
What inspired this week?
So I love all kinds of Eastern influence kind of stuff, and also my brand is a lot about interchangeable aspects to brand. So I often do like a little info card just to show
how you can
the
wear
different ways you can wear it. And so these are our last bits of summer, and then as you can see here, I'm also starting to do like a medium weight winter coats and stuff.
I actually love this. I love this.
Yeah, so we're starting to do our first drops of winter.
This reminds me a bit of more like a fleece blanket going on here.
Yes, a lot of people say it feels like a blanket.
No, it really does, but it's really pretty. I love this.
I just love making your own fabrics by juxtaposing different prints together. And I think for me, also because we're quite limited for fabric in South Africa.
Yes.
Since when I started my brand, I thought that was a clever way of creating my own fabric with the fabric that's available here. So I kind of steered onto that route, and sometimes the combinations are really crazy, and other times I try and keep it a bit more on the low down, just so that it doesn't scare people or overexcite.
Because we're quite conservative as a nation.
Yeah, so you kind of have to have a few entry products to kind of ease them into the wild ones.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So that's really pretty as well. So was this part of your summer collection?
Yeah, well, I always just try and do new dresses, and I just thought that that's like an easy shape that suits.
It's really cute. I mean, I could rock
Quite a
this
few.
to lunch, rock this to church, you know.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. So thanks for that. Now let's check out Loin and Ashes.
Okay, so what Loin and Ashes is about is celebrating a modern African woman.
Okay.
By accident, we made a few African printed dresses or skirts years ago, and they sold really well. So we're like, I think maybe there's something here.
You know what I mean?
So the fabrics that we have in the store, I get from all over Africa.
Right.
For example, the kentes and the kitenges and the kangas that we find across Africa, we bring here. And we find that the South African market and the international market really responds to it.
I can imagine.
So what I like to do is combine my design aesthetic, but also not take it to a level where it's too complicated for the LCA fan. I call them LC angels.
That's so cute, actually.
So for example, a piece like this, which is kind of cleverly put together, where there's kind of channels and peekaboo areas in a garment, but it's in an African print, that
is gorgeous.
Right, so something that is fun and creative, and if someone is living within Africa or living outside of the continent, looks interesting, feels different, and just wears African design. That's what both Maurice and I aspire or want to carry forth.
Okay.
So the similar design style that I showed you is this. So we play with color and
see the prints.
Right.
Quite different, yeah.
Yeah, quite different and have nothing to do with each other. But I like being in the land of the in-between.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of a rebel.
But I like this because it's very different. Not a lot of people think of having these two prints together. So,
yeah.
But it looks really great.
Thank you. I thought so too. This is the last print, the last print that we have in the store of this. which was famously worn by Miss Salon, but in the blue version of it. We just made it shorter for the store that it.
I remember this actually. Oh wow.
Yes. My favorite one also is this box top.
I love this. I saw this walking in here and I was like, no, this is something I really love.
I should have walked in here yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had one. I was walking the streets of Joburg and I saw a fabric with a Shaka Zulu. Okay, I'm a big comics fan.
Okay.
Anything X-Men, I love. I totally want to be Rogue.
Oh wow.
But we saw a fabric that had like, it was a comic print of Shaka Zulu on, and we made them into the box tops. And I had a few here yesterday. I see today they're gone. So I need to go back to those streets and find them again. This is a really interesting piece. It's really simple. It's a shirt dress that comes up about your thigh high. This was introduced at our Cape Town presentation. It has a pleat detail at the back. It's modern Sisweshwe print. It has pockets. So basically we try and add function into with design, so that this woman can say, okay, I'm looking cool, but I can also put stuff in my pockets.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So basically our collection is really, we stand for quirkiness, we stand for newness, we stand for freshness, but we really also stand for what complements a woman.
I really like the fact that you collected, there's a lot of variety happening here, and that's a nice thing about it, because you kind of cater to every woman basically.
Yes, every shape. I mean, here we get the largest size or the slimmest. In this house of LCA and Morphe, you will find something.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. I love it. So, Morphe, tell me where it all began basically.
For me, I think it was quite a young age. I was thinking about all these things I wanted to do, and then I thought, you know, what did you do as a child? And I was like, I always played with my Barbie and dressed up my sausage dog, and I'm always busy making little outfits for anything that moves and has a heartbeat.
Oh wow.
So I thought, okay, I grew up in a very artistic family. My mom's an art teacher, my dad's an architect, and my sister's a jewelry designer. So we all into the arty side of it. So it was kind of a natural flow into always loving to draw. I think by the time I was done at 8, I knew I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So, how about you let me know, have you always wanted to be a designer? Has it always been the dream?
No. No, definitely not. Unlike Marisa, I come from a political background, political roots. My dad was an ambassador.
Alright.
So I thought I was either going to follow the same footsteps or become a lawyer because I talk a lot. Whenever people say fashion happened to me, that's exactly what my career has been about. It literally happened to me. I happen to be good at fine art. I happen to be good with my hands, and through that I found my passion. And for me it happened when I was 19, when I realized whatever I was imagining, I could make that into a reality. And I think for me that marriage, I don't know if there'll ever be a divorce. I think that marriage for me was my purpose.
So why London for fashion school?
I wanted to specialize, so I got my BA here, and I wanted to specialize, but also just to have a different point of view.
Alright.
And in London they have that. Well, any new place, even if I went to Zimbabwe.
Yeah, something different basically.
Right. There they really make you a master of one, and like the South African education, like we're really good.
Yeah.
I don't even think we
know. Yeah.
Right. Like we're really good. When I was there, I realized I knew a lot about many things, and the people I met there knew a lot about one thing. So I felt a little confident.
Yeah.
But they really push you to become the best you can be. And for
That's
me,
really important.
Right. And for me, because I don't come from a creative background, learning patterns like an architect. Learning patterns is kind of like knowing a blueprint. I can live anywhere, but I have that knowledge. And all I need is a cheap sewing machine.
I can look around somewhere,
some fabrics and a pair of scissors that are not blunt, and I can start something.
So I hear you're very focused on Proudly South African. So let me know more about that. Why do you feel so strongly about having Proudly South African clothes and designs and etc.?
It was early in my career I decided I need to stand for something. So my first job was at a big retailer, and it just sickened me, all these like masses of clothing that's just like,
from
who
everywhere.
made it, where does it come from, and did that person even have water to drink, never mind food. And then I vowed to myself I will never work for anyone that doesn't produce the product in South Africa. So I left, and then I started working for smaller little companies, and they were all very gracious to me, allowing me to continue my label on weekends or in my extra free time and so on. And then the more I watch documentaries, the more I like learn about the injustice of just cheap labor, all these things. It like upsets me incredibly. And in February I actually did a little campaign called #ThinkTwice.
Wow, that's so commendable actually.
Yeah, and I took photos of what I was wearing each day, and I put out the challenge to myself, to fellow designers, and just whoever was interested, to think twice about what you're wearing. And if your entire outfit's made in China, why are you wearing it? Why are you not buying a local ring? Why are you not buying a local bag? I mean, a journey starts with a step. I'm not saying go wild and bankrupt yourself by just wearing Proudly South African from head to toe, but be conscious about it. So, and it was great. I loved the response. I even loved the criticism I got.
I can imagine that everyone was kind of
and I was like, I welcome even the criticism, because then I get to talk about it. I get to share that, but you actually need to be mindful about it, because you can't just feed this monster constantly.
No, that takes a lot of courage to actually stand up on your own and start something like this,
Both Anissa and myself, we produce all our stuff here, and we're not compromising.
So I hear both of you guys entered the designer competition. Please let me know more about that.
So what the magazine, the initiative that they had was to just scout different talents around South Africa. So in, I think it was 2008, we entered the competition, and that year I happened to win, which is very nice.
Lovely.
And the following year, Marisa won. And I remember when I met Marisa, I thought she was like the weirdest person. I even remember the conversation you were having. You're talking about chickens, and like she was having this like odd conversation. And I remember looking at her and being like,
"Who are you?"
What? But we kept in touch. She lived in Cape Town, I lived in Pretoria, and I actually don't know how we all got together and we now work together. It all kind of happened
quite organically.
But I think we stand for the same things, and I think that's kind of the thread that.
No, of course.
Yeah.
I just want to hear from both of you guys. Where do you think fashion is going in South Africa currently?
There's so many exciting things. I mean, okay, sorry, you can talk after. Hello, has anyone heard of Laduma? Because he's doing brilliantly. Vogue Italy recognized that there's a lot of good things happening in Africa, of course.
Yeah.
So they put out this competition to just hand in your stuff. Basically your presentations, and he was shortlisted and he actually won it.
Oh, wow.
So at the end of this year, I believe it's in September, he's going to show in Milan. And this is a South African boy who is, he's incredible, and he's creating something that is so homegrown.
So inspiring.
Right, so there's a lot of nice things happening.
A lot of nice things, lots of talent.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of international interest, like Anissa was saying, and I think there can't be interest if we don't keep on doing what we all doing. If we're gonna slack and just dream of the greener pastures everywhere
and not put the work in.
And not put the work in, or stay true to where you come from, being African, like coming from Africa, like using that energy and that heritage to do your stuff. Like someone will love it and appreciate it because it's your own.
Of course.
You know, it's like Anissa has this little thing in her house that says, "Be yourself, everyone else is taken." And I think it's so apt because you have to be who you are. You have to use the talents that was given to you and do what you're passionate about, because otherwise it's not authentic. And I think when you stay true to something that's authentic, it is going to be recognized. It is going to go places, whether it's now or later. But we can already see how many outside eyes and inside eyes are focused on,
and of course important to persevere in that as well, you know. So I'm going to put you guys to the test. You guys are going to dress me in any of your attires, so hope you guys are excited as I am.
We do this every day.
Oh, lovely.
So Mo, I think that I would like to dress you in one of my signature pieces, which is the kimono dress.
I love this.
Again, it's the same as what the hoodie is. It comes with a little pamphlet of instructions and you can dress it up.
I'm ready, guys.
Oh, that looks so stunning. So this is my signature dress called the Morphe kimono dress, and it's got its little pamphlet to help you remember all the different ways to wear it. So this is almost like the basic way to wear it. You can even wear the belt to the back as well.
Yeah.
But if you want it to be a bit of a shorter dress, you just basically play around with the placement of the belt. You just pull this up a bit.
Oh wow.
And then you just tie it like this and it becomes a whole different dress. And then you just wiggle it a bit at the back.
This is amazing.
All of a sudden you still have like a dress, but it's a bit more of a shorter dress.
I love this.
And then you can even turn it into a top by taking it, playing again with the placement of the belt. And you just wiggle it up and you put this over your head. And then you do this. And then you're ready to go with the kimono as a top.
Oh my word, I love this. I love this. What do you think, guys? I'm absolutely in love. Thank you so much.
So Morphe likes it that you get to play around a bit and you decide how you wear it.
I love this. I'm never taking it off.
I'm gonna put you in a little bit of LCA. And one of my most favorite pieces, just straight off the runway, is this amazing box top that we developed. So I'd love to see it on you.
I'm so excited. I love it.
Ta-da!
I'm ready, guys.
Okay, so the biggest thing that I always hear is that we cannot wear anything that is straight off the runway. Wrong. This is straight off the catwalk, again from the Cape Town Fashion Week, and basically what I want to show you is how to style it. And to just make it a little bit simpler, a little bit younger, and I suppose cooler.
Of course.
You can roll up the sleeve.
I love it. It's so different.
Right? So you want people to actually come and ask you what is going on. But this is something that you can do and you keep everything else simple, like your style. I love your boots.
Thank you.
I think they're the coolest. So there you go.
I love it, guys. This is very different. So me, actually. Thank you so much for allowing me to invade your store today. I am truly inspired by all your hard work. Where can people find you?
Well, on the social media, on Instagram, I'm official LCA, so there will be a double L.
All right.
I know everyone always asks, so official LCA on Instagram, and Anissa Mpungwe on Twitter, and Facebook, the same thing. Anissa Mpungwe, Loin, and Ashes.
And you?
So for me, my Instagram is my name and surname, marisa.milan, and on Twitter it's morphe_clothing. And Facebook is Morphe Clothing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. And that's me signing out.